Hey guys, Harrison here, and Pokemon on the SNES Mini is not only possible, but it is amazing. And it's not just Pokemon that you can play on the SNES Mini. With a little bit of tinkering around, you can get Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, NES, even Nintendo 64 games on the SNES Mini. And it's not hard to set up at all. It's pretty much the same process that we used to get SNES games on our SNES Mini, with just a few little tweaks. If you did already see that video though, and you've already got custom firmware on your SNES Mini, then you can just jump to this time, whatever it is, and that's when we'll get started with the new stuff. If your SNES Mini hasn't really been connected into a computer or anything, and it's just running the stock firmware, then we're gonna start setting it up now. So the first thing you wanna do is visit the first link in the video description, and we're gonna download the Hakchi 2 zip file. And once it's finished downloading, you need to extract it and open up Hakchi, and then you wanna select SNES Mini from the menu that it's got. Now the first thing we're gonna do is actually dump our kernel from our SNES Mini, and that's just a safety thing. If something does go wrong in the future, you can use that dumped kernel to restore your SNES Mini pretty much back to its factory settings. So to dump the kernel, we need to make sure we've got Hakchi open, and then just press kernel in the top left, and then dump kernel. And now a little window will pop up from Hakchi, and it's pretty much telling us that we need to put our SNES Mini into a recovery mode. So to do that, make sure you've got it plugged into your computer, and then with it turned off, you need to hold the reset button down, and still holding the reset button, turn the power back on, keep holding that reset button down, and after a few seconds the power light will stay off, and that means it's been successfully connected to your computer. And now back in Hakchi, if you look in that little window at the very bottom, there's a button that'll say install driver. If you just press that, give Hakchi a second to do its thing, and then just press enter, and then Hakchi will automatically start dumping the kernel. Now while Hakchi is dumping the kernel, do not touch your SNES Mini. Just don't do it. It's that simple. If you turn the power off or accidentally press reset on your SNES Mini while this green bar's on the screen, then you've pretty much bricked your device. It's that easy to do. So just don't touch it while that green bar is on the screen. Once Hakchi's finished dumping the kernel though, I strongly recommend that you find the file in the Hakchi folder and then save it somewhere, either just onto a USB or Google Drive or something, because you want to make sure you keep this file safe just in case something happens. And now what we're going to do is actually flash a SNES ROM onto our SNES Mini, just to make sure that Hakchi has a chance to flash the custom kernel that it needs onto our SNES Mini before we start going crazy with all the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games and stuff. So to do that, make sure you plug your SNES Mini back into your computer, and you can just leave it turned on this time. And then in Hakchi, we need to press add more games, and then locate a SNES ROM that you've got. I can't give those to you, sorry, so you'll have to find those on your own. Once you do have one, just double click on it from Hakchi, and it'll add it to the queue. And now if you just press synchronize to SNES Mini in the bottom right, Hakchi will say that it needs to flash a custom kernel onto your SNES Mini. So if you just press OK, Hakchi will start flashing it. And so give it a few seconds and make sure you do not touch it while this is happening. And once Hakchi's finished flashing the custom kernel, if you just press OK again, it'll flash the SNES game onto our SNES Mini. Alright, so now we can finally get started with the fun stuff. So what we're gonna do is visit the second link in the video description, and we're gonna download the Retroarch cores for the SNES Mini. These are the emulators pretty much that are gonna let us play extra games on our SNES Mini. And while they're downloading, you're also gonna wanna download the ROMs for the games that you wanna play as well. Now back in Hakchi, press add more games again, and this time we're gonna add in all the games that we wanna play on it. Not just SNES games, but Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, N64, whatever games that you want to play, add them into Hakchi. Now still in Hakchi, we want to press the modules button up the top and then go to install extra modules. Now you're going to want to make sure that you extracted the Retroarch file from before, and now we're going to go into it, and every time that you find a .hmod file, you're going to want to drag that into Hakchi, into that install modules window. Now we've got to choose which modules to install onto our SNES Mini. So if you click through them all, a description of them will come up on the right hand side. So I'm not going to go through them all with you, but what you can just do is just copy what I'm going to install, and that's going to let us get Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, and also give us better support for SNES ROMs on our SNES Mini. So the modules we're going to install are Gambat, MGBA, Retroarch, as well as SNES 9X 2010. And if you decide later on that you want to add some extra modules to your SNES Mini, say so you can play Atari games or something, you can actually just come back to this screen and tick those extra modules that you want and then install those as well. Now once you've selected all the modules you want, press OK, and you need to reconnect your SNES Mini into your computer and make sure to put it back into recovery mode. And once Hakchi detects it's connected, it'll start installing all those extra modules onto your SNES Mini. And once that's all finished, make sure that you go back to the main Hakchi screen and press synchronize to have Hakchi put all the games that we want onto our SNES Mini. And now if you reconnect your SNES Mini back into your TV or monitor, you'll see there's a new folder on it, and inside that folder are all the games that we added onto our SNES Mini. And if you open one up, you should see, if you've done everything correctly, that it works. That's all there really is to it though. Enjoy, start playing Pokemon, start playing all the amazing games that you now have access to on your SNES Mini. And if you found this video useful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe down below. And also it'd be great if you could follow me on social media, on Twitter and on Instagram. If you need a hand, let me know in the comments section and I'll see what I can do. Apart from that though, thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.